So when Lisa Leslie is on Angel Reese's podcast and gets asked anything you would want me to work on going into year 2, Lisa Leslie has a laundry list she's already written out. Your layups suck. Your layups suck. You can't finish. You can't finish. You can't. Lisa Leslie had a
Have you ever thought about what occurs when a basketball player's confidence outweighs her true skill? Angel Reese's new podcast, Unapologetically Angel gives us an inside view of that very scenario, and it's certainly a show you don't want to miss.
I don't know what the scouts were looking at. I really don't. But following the 7, God has a plan, and it is what it is, and you ended up in Chicago, but I'm just telling you.
Going into season...
You were ready.
Thank you. Going into my season 2, what's some advice that you would give?
Angel Reese's attempts to stay in the spotlight are backfiring, with WNBA legends critiquing her skills and viewership dropping. Even her mentor, Lisa Leslie, has had some tough words about her performance. Stay with us as we unpack this unfolding drama in the basketball world. What's surprising is that Reese can't escape Caitlyn Clark's shadow, even on her own podcast. Despite launching Unapologetically Angel to show fans her life off the court, each episode seems to always come back to Clark.
Angel Reese on the Unapologetically Clout-Chasing Caitlyn Clark podcast. I think that's what it's called. Unapologetic Clout-Chasing of Caitlyn Clark podcast, hosted by Angel Reese.
It's almost as if Caitlyn Clark has become a constant, unwelcome presence in Angel Reese's podcast. Is it the guests who keep mentioning her, or is Reese unknowingly directing the conversation toward Clark? We can't help but wonder what's going on in Reese's mind. Could it be fierce rivalry, unspoken admiration, or is Caitlyn Clark simply the biggest name in women's basketball at the moment? Let's break it down. Episode after episode, a clear pattern emerges. Reese starts off talking about her favorite pregame routines, and before long, someone's praising Clark's latest record-breaking achievement. It's become almost too predictable. Fans on social media are having a field day with it, even joking that the podcast should be rebranded as The Caitlyn Clark Show hosted by Angel Reese.
When you say...
Here's the twist. This focus on Clark might be helping Reese more than she expected. Each mention of Clark brings more attention to her podcast. Analysts are noticing how Reese's efforts to highlight her own story often get overshadowed by Clark's achievements. It's a unique kind of attention, but it's keeping Reese in the spotlight.
Because of women's basketball, whenever you think of Angel Reese, people often mention Caitlyn Clark. You've said in interviews, there's no beef, but the media keeps going on. This is your platform. So how do you feel about that situation?
I think just being able to be in that moment of it happening, you never realize how something can literally change your life. And knowing my 5 fingers and my other finger pointing at my hand could literally have changed my life for forever is crazy.
You have to wonder how this is affecting Reese's image and the original goals she had for her podcast. Did she plan to create a platform where she's constantly compared to Caitlyn Clark, or is this an unexpected turn in her story? It's a fine line between staying relevant and becoming overly focused, and right now, it's unclear which side Reese is leaning toward. Ready to hear what her so-called mentor had to say about her?
Do you think people love Caitlyn Clark besides her skills?
She can shoot threes from logo.
We never seen that before. That's my point. Steph Curry, a little kid. Like Steph Curry, I love. You know why I love Steph Curry? Because I've never seen that before.
Thought the Caitlyn Clark comparisons were tough. Angel Reese's latest podcast episode just took a turn into awkward city when WNBA legend Lisa Leslie stepped into the Unapologetically Angel studio. Fans likely expected some fun conversation and a few words of wisdom, but what they got instead was a front row seat to what can only be described as a public roast. Leslie, never one to hold back, kept it brutally honest. Really honest.
Lisa Leslie appears on Angel Reese's podcast, Unapologetically Angel. She gives Angels some advice. Just a hint, it has to do with her layup.
Let's break this down. Leslie, a 2-time WNBA champ and one of the most dominant players in women's basketball history, didn't hold back. She stared Reese right in the eye and dropped this truth bomb. The biggest advice I have for you is going to be how you shoot your layups. Period. Ouch. Can you imagine hosting your own show, only for your basketball idol to tell you that your fundamentals need serious improvement? But wait, it gets even more interesting or awkward, depending on your perspective.
In my season 2, what's some advice that you would give for me?
Season 2, I can't wait to work with you some more. The biggest advice I have for you is going to be how you shoot your layups. Period.
Leslie didn't stop at just critiquing Reese's layup form. She took it a step further. She pointed out that Reese averaged a low 39.1% from the field during her rookie season. For those who aren't basketball experts, that's not great, especially when you consider she shot under 50% on attempts less than 5 feet from the basket. Essentially, she was missing half her shots from right at the rim, the easiest spot to score from.
It's just a fact. She is, it's more than a fact. She is not good at layups. But I was looking at her stats. I jotted some down right here, and she shoots an abysmal 39% from the field. She shot below 50% on shots less than 5 feet away, which is bad. And even worse than that is that shots from 5 to 9 feet, 13%.
Now, picture this. Reese is probably struggling to keep her composure as Leslie just keeps hitting her with these hard truths. It's like watching a train wreck. You can't look away. The tension in that studio must have been palpable. And remember, this is the same Angel Reese who faced stat padding accusations all season, leading to her coach's firing. The drama was already intense. And now this, it's like everything is just snowballing.
This is like WNBA leveling up and all eyes on her now. I think that she knows that she has to completely restructure her form because that is not the way to be efficient in the post position that she is in. At the post position that she's in, a layup is supposed to be a given. She needs to improve her touch around the rim, like all over the place, but she seems to take these desperation shots.
The Carter Instagram account right here, guys, and I'm here to tell you, bruh, she been going on a little rant all night long. Now, this is the tweet right here that kind of sparked everything. She stated, I think the ability to consistently make layups just put anyone in a different tier. So important to score easy. Now, a lot of people is insinuating that this tweet is towards Angel. Just like I've been telling y'all, bro. She has been making it her business to sneak this Angel Reese every chance she get. Now, since she's been cut, it look even more obvious. Somebody said, LOL, you ain't down. Now, this tweet right here just popped up here. Somebody tried to come into the defense of her because we know she's a free agent. So, like, if you throw teammates, ex-teammates under the bus, that's going to hurt you even.
Has nobody mentioned this to Angel Reese through 17 to 23 years old? So every time she would meet a legend or meet somebody in the WNBA, meet a player, instead of saying, hey, Angel, let me talk to you real quick. Instead of looking out for her, you guys just do this again, because it's okay.
Oh, she can't be rookie of the year because all she do is do the flip shots, get rebound. Just remember all that shit. Who you are? You're the female Antoine Jameson. You know who Antoine Jameson is? He got 20,000 points with his shot. Whatever your shot is. Like, everybody's shot ain't gonna be Steph Curry. Your shot is your...
Called her Antoine Jameson. Most people, trust me, she was offended.
She didn't know who that was.
She probably does. She's a basketball fan. She probably does. But, I mean, Antoine Jameson ain't cracking nobody's top 200 in NBA history. And this woman thinks she's one of the greatest WNBA players or greatest women's basketball player